Hi everyone, it's Alexis and welcome to another episode of Opening Fake Cards. So for this session, I'll be opening 5 packs of fake cards and I want to talk about somehow the culture of why fake cards is very persistent in my country and as well as why is it that more people prefer fake cards over real cards here in my country? So for context, I actually live in the Philippines. So in the Philippines, fake everything is very rampant in our culture. So if you want to have a Gucci bag or a Jazz Sport bag, most of the time people will like just go to a normal street or towards their own wet market and they can actually find this fake stuff. So very much a lot of people gravitate to actually owning a lot of things that are branded but are actually fake. And it's a big problem here because it's kind of sort of piracy, not privacy, piracy issue, and to the point that we even have DVDs of movies and Blu-rays of movies and animes that aren't even supposed to be released yet. So that's kind of how the piracy issue here is in the Philippines. So right now we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, much like Pokemon cards, are also very rampant when it comes to being fake here in the Philippines. And the one that you can find original cards most likely is you have to go to a mall and actually find a very small store that actually sells anime figurines and as well as comic book items. And that's when you know that it's actually real and it's not fake. You can't just go online and then find listing because you'll never know what you'll get. And most likely those will be fake as well. So you really have to make sure that you're contacting the right shop here in the Philippines. And even then, even if you go to the mall, there are some shops that sells knockoffs. Like there's this shop called Comic Alley, and I heard that they steal art from Google and artists on Twitter and Pixie. And what they do is they print it on bags and wallpapers and call it Anime Official Store. So you kind of have to watch out for those. So you have to make sure that the shop you're going into is real and you're not gonna get faked. And as well as you can also notice for the branding and how much the difference is with the cost. So a box of this costs around 250 pesos. So that's approximately $10 or no, that's actually $5. So $5 for one box with a lot of packs, and most of the time the box isn't even very original. Like for example, for Etco, the one that my friend gave me for Secret Santa, it's supposed to be a Trinity code, but the one on the box is Eldritch. And right now I do have an Eldritch pack and I also have Gaia. So that's kind of fun. And you know, the reason why people kind of prefer buying fake cards here in the Philippines, especially, is because, as I said before, it's much, much more available than original cards. You kind of have to find a really good supplier when it comes to original cards. And look at it. Fake cards can actually look very authentic. The problem, I guess, would be the font. Like if you look at the font right here, it's very different from original cards. Sadly, I do not have original cards right now, and I do plan to buy one for my birthday, which is coming next month, and I'm very excited for that. And as well as it's very good because when you open a bag, you get actually a lot of cards and diversify it. These cards aren't just straight into Echo. Well, there are a lot of cards that I have gotten that are at Ignisters, which is more in line with Echo, but not all the time. But here is it. So this is our first pack. And our secret or the rarity is this one. As you can see, there is also gold plating, so you know the one that's creating this fake card knows their market and they know what's in the real world and what's out. What's funny to me is even though they know that there are different rarities in Yu-Gi-Oh, they sometimes mess up when it comes to the colors or the link markers. Like I have a card that's Firewall Dragon that's supposed to have markers, but they actually added levels instead, and the color is ritual rather than what do I say? Rather than link. Okay, so there is a confusion with that, but it looks great. Like it looks great. Like they look authentic, and most of the time the texts are very, very accurate. So you can actually play with these cards if you want to with your friends and with your families. Which brings me to another point of why fake cards culture is very rampant here in the Philippines. Unlike the US or the EU or wherever you are, there is not really a strong shop or OTS shop connection with the players and the fan base compared to the ones overseas. Like most of the time, the events are very exclusive and not a lot of people go there. Like you may be a casual fan of video, you may be a collector, but sometimes it's not really advertised to you, and most of the time it's really hard to find these communities as well. It actually took me a lot of digging just to find a store that actually prints custom playmats, which actually I have just sent my deposit as well as my custom art for my playmat, and they will be arriving on March. So next month will be my birthday, so it's very fun because the playmat will be coming and it's going to have my art, which is I'm very excited on. I printed two of them, which have cheap and which one the other one has Halo, so or Halo. So I'm very excited for that. And what's good about it is I think it cost me around it's less than $20, that's for sure. It's less than $20 for two of them. And I'm excited. I'm going to have an unboxing on that. So here again for our third pack of the day. So far I haven't seen a very how do I say it's very huge error with this card, and it's really good when it comes to the rarity. They managed to copy the rarity really well, and the cards really look great with the foil and everything. I haven't gotten any card that has ghost rare. Maybe because this is an echo pack and they're not supposed to be here or something. But anyways, I'm not sure if they can actually copy that. So that's also that. But I'm very happy with the cards that I currently have right now. I can build my own deck and I can challenge anyone from my family who plays you and can actually play together. So that's actually fun. So again, this is our fifth, fourth, fourth pack opening. I know it's very interesting to see them, and I actually wrote an Excel file that's still going right now. Actually, there's a lot of link monsters and there's a lot of fusion and synchro, but there's not a lot of exit monsters when it comes to the deck itself. And I haven't counted the monsters and spell cards. And here again, a gold painting and gold rarity. This is Blue Blood Blossom of the Afterlife. She looks good, by the way, which I would want to draw one day. If you are interested with that, please comment down below and I'll probably draw her and put a speed paint. Probably, I don't know. Okay, and we're done with our last pack. So this is our last pack for the day. And I hope you learned a lot with our culture with regards to here and how the country works when it comes to you. That's why whenever people tell me that, oh, you should just go to your store and I'm sure you can find one that you can play with. Girl, I can't even find a store. So it's really extra hard for me. So I grew up with a lot of people. I grew up actually going to the store, not going inside the store, but like watching from outside. And like, because in the mall that's nearest to me, there is a store that actually sells cards. They sell MTG, they sell Yu-Gi-Oh, they sell anime figurines, and next to it is a comic comic shop. So I sometimes go inside the comic shop and just look at the prices of each comics, and boy, were they very expensive. So I never bought any comics, but it was my lifetime dream to buy one. And then so there's a comic shop, there's a card shop, and next to it is an art shop. So whenever me and my high school friends, as well my grade school to high school friends, go to the mall, always go to the art shop because all of my friends they do art and they paint a lot. Anyway, so here's the last one. So I actually saw something very, very interesting in this one. So this is Warrior Negrisu. So it's very interesting in the sense that this is supposed to be the color of a ritual card, and you can differentiate it from the color of the link card because this is darker blue compared to this light blue. But if you looked at it down below in the description, it says link. So I don't know. I haven't checked what Ningriso is. Is it the link monster? Is it ritual? Please tell me. I don't think Ningriso. But anyways, and our rare card is engage. Engage. So anyways, I actually just have a few more packs to open, and I'm opening them one by one on my TikTok every single day until I run out of it. And I feel like I am running out of it soon. So if you want to have the daily uploads, just go to my TikTok. I'll link it down below. And I also link down my Instagram if you want to follow me. I post stories and my art there. And that's all. You can also follow me on Twitter. It's also down in the description. And lastly, I have a very huge announcement for everyone. I am actually joining the Coalition of Scrum officially. So I am the first official female member of the Coalition of Scrum. And my first upload for the video will be on February 27th. And it's about the first few tips I would give to someone who will be starting Yu-Gi-Oh! From an anime fan or from someone who hasn't played the card game in a very long time. It's based from my experience, and I hope you have a fun time watching it. It will be up on February 27, 5 p.m. EST, down on the Coalition of Scrum YouTube channel. So, bye bye. This has been AleksisYT.